Let's get right into it. Number 10. Lifetime warranties. That backpack you've had since high school is probably still under warranty. Companies like JanSport and LL Bean offer lifetime warranties, meaning if your bag falls apart, they'll fix or replace it for free, forever. They offer these because they're betting on you, betting you'll lose the receipt, throw the bag away, or just buy a new one because it feels easier. And most of the time, they're right. JanSport will replace a bag even if you've had it for 20 years, don't have the receipt, or bought it secondhand. The warranty follows the product, not the owner. So if you find an old JanSport at a thrift store, you just inherited a free replacement policy. LL Bean eventually had to tighten their legendary policy because people were returning 30-year-old boots. These warranties are real. They work. Companies just quietly count on the fact that most people won't bother. Number 9. IKEA spare parts. You're building IKEA furniture, and one tiny screw is missing. You can get that part for free. IKEA has a spare parts program. Go to their website or any store, tell them which part you need from the instruction manual, and they'll hand it over at no cost. Every single IKEA product has a part number listed in the manual. You just find the number, ask for the part, and you're done. How many people have thrown away furniture over one missing bolt? That's what IKEA is counting on. A replacement screw costs them almost nothing, but a brand new Kallax bookshelf costs you $80. So next time you realize something is missing, just ask. It's free. Number 8. Waiving overdraft fees. Banks made $7.7 billion in overdraft fees in 2022. You accidentally spend $3 more than you have, and the bank charges you a $35 fee. Now you're $38 in the hole, which might cause another overdraft and another fee. It's a vicious cycle, but you can just call them and ask them to reverse it. One phone call. Most banks like Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo will waive overdraft fees at least once a year, but they never advertise it. The script is simple. Hi, I've been a customer for a while. I got hit with an overdraft fee, and I was hoping you could reverse it. That's the whole speech. About 80% of people who ask get the fee waived, but only 17% of people ever ask. The bank is betting billions of dollars on you feeling too embarrassed or defeated to pick up the phone. Don't be silent. Number 7. Apple's secret repair programs. Your iPhone screen cracks. You walk into the Apple store. They quote you $279. You pay, never knowing you might have paid $0. Apple has internal extended service programs for known defects. They know when a batch of phones has a bad battery or a MacBook has a faulty keyboard. They just don't send you a letter about it. The repair is free, but the information is not. An Apple employee can approve a customer satisfaction exception and waive the cost, even if your warranty expired years ago, but they will only offer it if you push back. When they quote you a price, you say, "Is there any internal service program that covers this?" And that's when their tone shifts. This doesn't work for everything. If you dropped your phone in a lake, you're out of luck. But for issues that are clearly a manufacturing problem, Apple has the ability to cover it. Number 6. Airline cash refunds. Your flight got canceled. The airline emails you. "We've added a travel credit to your account." Like it's a gift. It's not. A travel credit is a coupon that expires, and it only works with the same airline that just canceled on you. If an airline cancels your flight, you are legally entitled to a full cash refund, not a credit, not a voucher, actual money back in your bank account. The Department of Transportation has a rule about this. It doesn't matter why they canceled, but airlines make the credit option look like the only one. The email has a big, bright, use your credit button, while the cash refund option is buried or missing entirely. Don't click the credit button. Go to the airline's website and find their refund request page, or call them and say the words, "I want a cash refund." Those specific words matter. The moment you say cash refund, the conversation changes. This also applies if they significantly change your flight time or add a connection. Most people just accept the credit. The deal was always cash. They just hoped you wouldn't ask. Number 5. Amazon Returnless refunds. Amazon has a little secret. If you buy something and it arrives broken, damaged, or just wrong, you can request a refund. But Amazon quietly calculates if it's worth it for them to have you ship the item back. A lot of the time, the answer is no. If the item is cheap enough, or the return shipping is too expensive, they'll just refund your money and tell you to keep it. Processing returns costs money, so sometimes it's cheaper for Amazon to eat the loss. This doesn't just happen with cheap stuff. People have gotten full refunds on televisions and furniture and got to keep them. Amazon calls this a returnless refund, which is corporate speak for just keep it. The threshold for this isn't published. Sometimes the system just says refund approved, no return necessary. Now don't try to game this. Amazon tracks suspicious patterns and will ban accounts. But if something genuinely arrives broken, just request the refund and see what happens. Number 4. Credit card extended warranties. You're at Best Buy, picking out a new TV. The cashier looks you dead in the eyes and asks, "Would you like to add an extended warranty for just $149? He's not doing you a favor. If you paid with a credit card, you probably already have an extended warranty for free. Most major credit cards, like Chase Sapphire and many from American Express, automatically double the manufacturer's warranty on anything you buy. A laptop with a 1-year warranty quietly becomes 2 years. The store employee pushing that $149 plan is counting on you not knowing this. Those plans have profit margins of 50 to 80%, making them one of the most profitable things a retailer sells, often more than the product itself. To use your credit card warranty, just call the number on the back of your card and tell them the item broke. You will need to keep your receipt as proof of purchase. Next time someone asks if you want the extended warranty, you can smile and say no thanks. Number 3. Hospital charity care. A few days after an ER visit, a bill shows up. Sometimes it's $3,000, sometimes $15,000, sometimes a number so big you count the zeros twice. Most people panic and pay, but there's a federal law, EMTALA, that says hospitals can't turn you away from the ER, regardless of insurance. And almost every nonprofit hospital in America has a charity care program that can wipe your entire bill gone. The hospital knows about these programs, the billing department knows, but nobody tells you, because if you just pay, that's better for them. Before you pay a single dollar, call the hospital's billing department and say these exact words: "I would like to apply for charity care or financial assistance." They'll send you a form, you fill it out, show proof of income, and if you make under a certain amount, they have to help you. Even if you don't qualify for full charity care, you can negotiate, ask for an itemized bill, and question every line. The number on that bill is not final. It's a very expensive suggestion you are allowed to question. Number 2. Chargebacks. You paid a company for something, they took your money, and never delivered. No product, no refund, no response. Most people write an angry email, leave a bad review, and give up. But your bank can literally reach into that company's account and pull your money back out. It's called a chargeback. You call your bank or credit card company and tell them the company never delivered what you paid for. The bank opens a dispute, and the burden of proof flips to the company. They have to prove they delivered. If they can't, the money comes back to you. The company also gets hit with a chargeback fee, usually $20 to $100, so they lose your money and get fined. The window to file is usually 60 to 120 days, so don't wait. Chargebacks are for actual fraud or non-delivery, not buyer's remorse. But if a company took your money and gave you nothing, your bank is a powerful ally. Most people never use this. Companies are counting on that. Number 1. The ISP Retention Department. Your internet bill started at $50 a month, then quietly, it became $60, then $75, and now you're paying $110 for internet that still buffers. Every year, your provider runs an experiment, nudging the price up just enough that you'll notice but won't do anything. They're testing your tolerance, and most people fail the test. There is an entire department inside these companies whose only job is to stop you from leaving. It's called the Retention Department, and they have powers the regular customer service representative does not. They have a budget to bribe you into staying. The money was always there. They were just waiting to see if you'd ask. You call the main number and say 4 words, "I want to cancel," not "I'm thinking about canceling," just "I want to cancel." Suddenly, the tone changes. You get transferred to someone with actual authority. Don't get nervous. You don't owe them an explanation. Just say a competitor is offering the same speed for $40 less. The retention agent will either match it, beat it, or offer you something better. The best part is you can do this every year. These promotions expire, the price creeps back up, and the game resets. So you call again, they panic, and they give you a deal. Companies know this trick exists. They just count on the fact that most people would rather quietly pay an extra $600 a year than spend 20 minutes on the phone. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.